Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy, handyman, Handy Andy on Demand, our small repair company. And we were out today doing an inspection repair bid for a realtor on an estate home in Atlanta. And so we're gonna hurry this one up because we got some rain coming. And so this house is under contract, and we're out for the sellers and the seller's agent on this one. But the buyers have inspected it and they've come up with a list that they've submitted over to the sellers. It's called an amendment for repairs. And so that's what they're looking for. And so some of this stuff is like here, this rotted trim at the bottom of that middle dormer right there. And this one right here was on the inspector's list. Normally not a difficult repair. The difficult repair here is because this is an actual slate roof, which I actually grew up building slate roofs. It's pretty funny. But we'll actually have to bring a ladder off the ridge, a cushioned ridge hook. It just makes it more difficult. We can't really walk on these slates. And there's a few places where shingles have broken, so we'll give them a budget number. You can see there's a little piece here. There's a couple missing on the ridges and just a few places around the house that need to be repaired that were on the inspector's report. So we're not gonna be able to get those in there right now. This door right here just needs to be lightly sanded and restained, and then a coat of marine spar. And it doesn't look like when they did these, they coated it even with marine spar. You can catch me with my afro going right there right now. I've been letting my hair grow for a little bit. One of the other things that he noted was this piece of slate up here has come away. It was just a design feature here. So we will reseal this with epoxy. And then we need to board it up for a few days to secure it so it can bond and cure. He's got a few issues. We won't catch it in the video. On the left side of the house, there's some gas lines back around the side here that need to be sanded and repainted because they're starting to rust out. There's a little bit of rot on the back of the house. He noted that some of the cedar, there's some cedar accents on this house. And when you own a house, it doesn't matter whether it's an expensive home like this or just your basic modest house. If you've got cedar, you really need to maintain it, restain it every year or two. So these braces here are all in pretty good shape, but the buyer should plan to restain these every year or two just as part of ongoing maintenance. When they dry out a little bit, the borer bees get into them. They're looking to make a home. So like these two right here have some cracks and gaps in the wood. So we would caulk any cracks in these two here at the small garage and restain those. And we're gonna jump all around in different order just while we're trying to catch this. There's some interior stuff that we're not gonna video. The grounds are beautiful here. So here, if you notice the mortar, there's a pool house underneath this area, underneath this limestone. And on the edges right here, if you get close in on the mortar, can you see that shadow in there? So the mortar is gapped and cracked in some places down through here, this edge. And so in heavy rains, the water's leaching through like right in here. So we'll go around and we'll reseal this whole edge. There are companies that will seal limestone like this, but it doesn't hold up. So no matter what, there's a steel plating under here that there's literally some stalactites forming, coming through. The water's leaching through and the minerals are leaching out of the stone and coming down into the pool house. So we'll get to that in a minute. One of the other cedar pieces is this header right here across the back of the eat-in dining area right here on the patio. So we'd have to caulk it, seal it, and restain that as well. There's another area down here under the terrace. This is the master right here. It has the same issue. That cedar has to be caulked and restained, and this piece down here as well. The rest of it's all in pretty good shape. There's some more rot on the back of the house, and it makes me so mad because they just had this fixed last year, and because they didn't back prime and seal the replacement wood, guess what? It rotted out again, right? So this gorgeous bay window right here, we talk about this in our videos all the time. Anytime you see rotted wood, it'll have a wrinkle to it. So like here, you can see the wrinkling in the wood. I can put my hand right through it. So we will cut into here, pull this piece. Some of the molding's probably rotted as well. We've had an inordinate amount of rain, and then this horizontal piece under the fourth window. And this one's tricky. Up here, this dormer window, this thing's 4 stories up. This window right here has the same issue. That bottom sash is rotted. And so if you pull out your cell phone and you look at it, every piece of wood has 6 faces. And unfortunately, a lot of contractors only paint and prime what you see. So like here, they're only painting and priming that front face. And so it leaves 5 faces, or I can't even do the math in my head, about 85% of the wood is exposed raw wood. So if the caulk fails, any moisture gets to it all, it's going to rot. You can actually see where it's starting to rot a little bit on the side. So something with this curved gutter, this is a custom gutter, so it's custom built by actually the original gutter people that worked with Harrison Design to build this house. It's all copper, it's beautiful. But somewhere there's probably a clog right here, I'm guessing. When you clean gutters like this, you've got to actually run a high pressure nozzle down every one of these. So it's very expensive to clean the gutters in a house like this, but you have to do it once a year or you're gonna have trouble. These 4-inch downspouts are designed to take a lot of water. I can't really build you anything bigger than this. And there's not really a reason to. You can kind of see what we're talking about on the cedar right here. This brace right here is split. This one as well. So we just seal it up with a cedar caulk and then restain it. It's just part of normal maintenance. You'll see it right here again. This is what the inspector is talking about. It's nothing major, but you got to do it. Out on this side, there really wasn't anything over here. Let me show you the pool house real quick. And the rest of it was pretty much interior stuff except for the roof. And with the weather that's coming, I can't catch that on the video anyway. So the pool house is collecting some moisture, and it will because it's got that limestone landing up there. And the pool pumps themselves will leak a little bit. And so there's a drain inside the pool house, but people forget this drain too. So in heavy, heavy rain, the water's pooling here. You got to make sure that this stays clear. All of this mulch should be drawn out of here, and this should just be river rock because it's going to clog the drain otherwise. Something that you can blow it out, keep it clean. They're kind of drying it out. You can see there's an interior drain right here that's clogged that needs to be cleared. This left and right side of the frame, inside, outside frame, and the brick mold, which is this outside piece, are rotted. So we'll go ahead and replace that stuff as well. We do everything. It's kind of an amazing company. We've been out here for 28 years now. It's me, my brother, and currently 26 guys. We fluctuate between 20 and 35 guys. It just depends. It's really hard to find qualified workers now, and so we actually train our own, which is a major headache of mine and my brother's. But we love this business. We've been doing it all these years. I'm a 4th-generation contractor. I love this particular architect, so it's exciting to work on this house. You can see, like here, one of the things that they were saying is like this vent boot isn't sealed. So it's all little tweaky stuff. The inspector noted some discoloration on the stonework. Houses like this particular architect kind of designed the house so it would gradually age in place. And so you really don't want to clean the stonework. You can if you want to, but I wouldn't if it were me. So anyway, you can catch us at 770-912-2829. Sometimes you can get to me personally, Andy, 770-265-9017. Pretty much do everything. Just be patient with us. It's sometimes hard to get us. I'm not just a salesperson. I'm out working in the field. So take care. We'll see you at the next house. Bye for now.